I'm still, after all the fights you've had, in awe of the fact that you do what you do. It's mind-blowing to me.
Thank you, man. Yeah. I mean, it's not that hard to get your beat. But it was a great experience. Like, I learned a lot in there. I can't really talk.
When this fight was first announced, you had said something to the effect of this would end Jake Paul's career. After what you saw tonight, do you think that Jake should continue to box, or what do you think the future holds for him?
Yeah, no, I really take my hat off. I mean, we have to see if it is a broken jaw. Those injuries are very difficult to come back from. But as AJ said, look, that last shot would have knocked out a lot of heavyweights.
The sports world is absolutely buzzing right now. Jake Paul, the 28-year-old social media superstar turned professional boxer, has reportedly announced his retirement from boxing. And this comes right after what can only be described as a devastating knockout loss to former heavyweight world champion Anthony Joshua in Miami. This wasn't just any knockout, it was brutal. Paul didn't just lose the fight, he left the ring with a double broken jaw that required immediate surgery. Just think about that. He entered the bout as a crossover star trying to prove he belonged in real boxing, not just as a YouTuber stepping into the ring. For a moment, he was actually competitive, even winning a couple of rounds on one judge's scorecard. But everything changed in an instant. Joshua's devastating right hand ended the fight in spectacular fashion, leaving fans questioning whether Jake Paul's boxing journey is truly over.
And then I got dropped. But, yeah, I was doing good. I just think my cardio, just the mental pressure of the big guy and sparring the big people is different than the 10-ounce gloves, so I was feeling his power a lot more. But it was a great experience. Like, I learned a lot in there. I can't really
Are you in pain?
Yeah, but it's not from, like, talking.
Talk to me about what your jaw feels like, because you got,
it's like a baseball in there.
two plates?
It just feels like
4 titanium plates.
4 titanium plates. How many do you have?
Just 1.
8 screws. 8.
Things get even more intense, and honestly, concerning, when you look at what followed after the fight. There's been talk circulating about injuries, including mentions of serious damage and even speculation about surgical procedures involving metal support. What's confirmed, though, is that Jake Paul is not just physically hurt, he's mentally drained. Sources close to the situation suggest he's exhausted from the punishment that comes with fighting at this level. And after taking repeated knockdowns in that fight, it's easy to see why. Each time he got back up, the damage was clearly adding up, until the final knockout blow changed everything. That brutal ending, combined with the injury, has pushed Paul to seriously reconsider his future. There's even a clip floating around where he appears to say he's retiring from boxing, fueling speculation that this might truly be the end of his career. And honestly, after facing someone like Anthony Joshua, can you really blame him?
I'm getting hit in the face every single day while I could be playing soccer in Saudi. I'm friends with the Saudis / football.
Back in the day?
I was on the A team in 7th grade. I have a really good kick. I can run fast. And I'll knock out everyone that with us.
Now let's talk about what insiders and promoters are saying, because their reactions show just how serious this situation really is. Eddie Hearn, who was involved in promoting the fight, didn't shy away from his earlier prediction that this matchup could end Jake Paul's boxing career. And after seeing how it played out, he admitted that prediction may have been spot on. But this wasn't about proving a point. Hearn's tone shifted to genuine concern. He explained that injuries like a double broken jaw aren't just painful, they can be career-altering. Recovery isn't just about healing bones. Fighters lose time in training, their timing fades, reflexes slow, and their rhythm disappears. And then there's the mental side, the fear of getting hit again, especially in the same spot. Hearn acknowledged Jake's courage for stepping in with a top-level heavyweight, but emphasized a harsh truth. Boxing doesn't care about fame or money. Moments like this force fighters to seriously question whether the risks are worth it.
Look, that guy did great for someone who's been boxing for like less than a decade. He has had no real professional opponents other than Tommy Fury that were legitimate world-class boxers.
I don't even remember what happened in the Tommy.
He lost a close decision, but it was a good fight. It was a good fight, though. He's a good boxer. If he wasn't a YouTuber, people would be way more impressed with him. The problem is he was like a famous kid, and then no one took him seriously.
Yeah.
But
and then he started too with like more spectacle-ish fights. People were like, "Oh, this is you." He fought, Nate Robinson, like a basketball player.
But the thing is, he knocked Nate Robinson
He knocked him
dead.
the fuck out.
And
yeah.
it's the way he did it that I was trying to tell people. I'm like, no.
One of the most serious reactions came from Joe Rogan, who has seen countless fighters go through brutal wars inside the ring. Speaking on his podcast, Rogan urged Jake Paul to carefully consider the long-term consequences of continuing in boxing, especially after taking such a devastating knockout from a heavyweight like Anthony Joshua. He pointed out that the danger goes far beyond visible injuries like a broken jaw. It's about the long-term damage, the kind that affects the brain. Rogan warned about issues like memory loss, mood disorders, and conditions such as chronic traumatic encephalopathy. He described the knockout punch as feeling like multiple punches hitting at once, a terrifying level of force. His message was clear: repeated damage at this level, especially against elite heavyweights, can have permanent consequences. And for someone like Jake Paul, who has opportunities outside the ring, it may simply not be worth the risk.
That I'm a cokehead. My rebuttal to that was, I'll tell you what, you can test me randomly for the next 5 years if I can test you randomly for performance enhancing the next 2 years, and I never got a response on that.
This is why Jake Paul is on PEDs. Within this past year, Jake Paul has literally hit a second puberty and aged like 10 years. Furthermore, he has acne and his hairline is receding like crazy. And people like Jake Paul are going to the best skin doctors in the world and probably are taking hair loss products that aren't even approved for the rest of us. Now, I'm not saying that Jake Paul necessarily took a steroid to make him look bigger, but he's definitely taking something that allows him to recover faster. That way he's able to train more and get better at boxing quickly.
And just when things couldn't get more chaotic, another controversy has entered the conversation. There are reports, still unverified, suggesting that Jake Paul has made claims about possibly using steroids in the future to prove a point. The idea, according to online chatter, is that he wants to show the difference between his natural physique and an enhanced one to silence long-standing accusations. Critics are calling the claim reckless and dangerous, pointing out that boxing has strict anti-doping rules with serious consequences. Even suggesting something like this could create major backlash. Supporters, on the other hand, believe this might just be Jake Paul doing what he's always done, stirring controversy and keeping attention on himself. At this point, nothing has been confirmed directly by Paul. But whether it's serious or not, it adds yet another layer of drama to an already turbulent moment in his career.